Did you ever realize that certain devil fruits would be literally unstoppable in the hands of the right user? These are 25 strong devil fruits consumed by weak users. For example, Foxy consumed the Noro Noro Nama, a Paramesha-type devil fruit that allows the user to generate and emit neuroma photons. Those particles slow down anything they hit for 30 seconds, the people, objects, or even the space itself. If that devil fruit was put into good use, it could literally be a tool for turning some characters into even emperors. In every anime, the ability to stop or slow down time is used by literally the strongest or the in-game characters. That's how overpowered this ability can be. But as all know, Foxy that ate this devil fruit is pretty much fodder material that was only used for comical relief in early parts of the enemy. But did you think Foxy is a bad user of his fruit? Well, listen to the next one Mother Carmel had in her possession. The Saurus Ceronomi, a Paramecia-type devil fruit that allows soul manipulation. This fruit can manifest and draw out the souls of people who feel fear towards the user. It is possible to even steal decades of a person's life at once should the user desire. Among its uses, it can also give life to non-living objects and turn them into obedient soldiers. In the hands of Big Mom, this devil fruit is one of the strongest in the world of One Piece. But in the hands of Mother Caramel, well, all I'm gonna say is that Mother Caramel literally became a snack for young Linland to eat. Yeah, Caramel was so weak that Linland turned her into a caramel instead. Our next devil fruit is the one that Sanji wanted since he was a child, the Tsukusuke Nomi. Even though Sanjay wanted this devil fruit for, other purposes besides fighting, this devil fruit is nonetheless insane. The overpowered. There was a reason Blackbeard and Shiryu went after this specific devil fruit. After all, they could choose any devil fruit they wanted for Shiryu, and even like that, their choice was this one. Well, in the hands of Absalom, this devil fruit was again used for, even worse things than what Sanji would do. Despite possessing this fruit, Absalom was literally nothing special. It would get packed by probably any serious post-time skipped character we've seen. I know the topic of this video was supposed to include weak characters with strong devil fruits, but I'll have to ask in advance that you forgive me for including a literal god inside a list. Weak characters? You see, despite being one of the 4 Yonkos when it comes to strength, Buggy is, the clown is devil fruit. The Barabara Nomi is so strong that literally any swordsman in the world would probably not be able to do as much as even scratch him. I mean, damn. Imagine characters like Shanks, Mihawk, Goldie Roger, and so many more not being able to even threaten you with their main weapon, and yet you somehow end up being used as comical relief for the show. He was defeated by literally the weakest version of Luffy since he began his journey. He was later thrown into, impelled down, and all of that, while previously being part of one of the strongest, if not the strongest pirate crew in history. As a child, Buggy is without a doubt a clown. But you see, even though Buggy's Barabara Nomi is effective against sword slashes, the next devil fruit is effective against practically every opponent. If used correctly, the word for none other than Brule's devil fruit, the Mira Mira Nomi. This devil fruit not only allows the user to escape inside a dimension if they wish, practically making them avoid each and every opponent they want, but this devil fruit comes with plenty more overpowered ability. Listen to this. It allows the user to create multiple mirrors in their own vicinity. These mirrors can be used as a shield against enemy attacks, absorbing them and reflecting them back at the attacker, practically turning their own paddle against them. Plus, the user can also transform themselves into mirror images of certain individuals and also imitate their actions. So Broly possessing this fruit and being one of the weakest Charlotte siblings is surely underwhelming. But speaking of underwhelming, imagine having the power to mentally destroy your opponent and yet you did not even have a wanted poster. I mean, damn, to shoot a wanted poster for Chopper and 50 berries, and Perona does not even have one. The horror. Nomi bestows the ability to summon ghosts known as hollows. These hollows are able to fly and being intangible, are immune to physical attacks. First, the user can even make these hollows explode on command, causing shockwave explosions that damage the target. But even like this, all Perona does is run around and seek attention from Zoro and Mihawk. Up next, we have Wapol and his double fruit, the Baku Baku Nomi. As we explained in previous videos, this devil fruit allows the user to stretch their mouths to large sizes in order to eat things in massive proportions. It also strengthens their teeth and their digestive system, allowing them to consume things that would otherwise be inedible or toxic to regular people. So in reality, having the ability to literally bite off parts of your opponents would probably translate as a fearsome ability in the hands of skillful individuals. But yeah, Wapol is actually fodder material. But speaking of fodder, Tamago is probably the biggest disappointment. Would you consider how powerful his devil fruit really is? The Taba Taba no Mi gives the user the form and properties of a chicken egg. Are anyone ready to say, well, that's pretty lame? Hold on, because there's a catch. If the user received a heavy blow that would otherwise injure or even kill a regular person, a user's body will crack open just like a real egg and unleash a yolk from it. The destroyed body will then be reduced to an empty shell, while the yolk evolves into a stronger form for the user with the added features of a chicken. And should that form be fatally struck as well? Well, the process will repeat again, and the user will evolve into a fully grown chicken, which is the strongest form the user can evolve into. Should their strongest form be destroyed, the user will revert back to their weakest base form. This endless cycle can effectively prevent the user from dying in battle, and yet this guy is literally a nobody in the world of One Piece. Next, I would like to speak about Bonnie and her devil fruit, the Toshi Toshi, no mate that allows her to manipulate the age of anyone she touches, including herself. Of course, not only does this devil fruit pretty much grant immortality and is essentially the elixir of youth, it also has insane offensive capabilities. I mean, damn, most attacks from other devil fruits require multiple hits to have a significant effect on wrong opponents. However, this is not the case with this devil fruit. A single touch is all it takes for the opponent to be reduced into a helpless baby. And yet Bonnie, despite not being weak, is surely not doing this overpowered devil fruit justice. But again, there are worse cases than Bonnie. For example, Leo is wielding a pretty strong devil fruit, the Nubi Nubi no Mi. This devil fruit allows the user to stitch objects or even people to any surface, including other people as well. This makes it useful for restraining people, pinning them to the ground, to a wall, or even other nearby individuals. Yeah, I guess being a dwarf means you can't do much with this ability. These were only 10 of the 25 cases where strong devil fruits were consumed by weak users. Let's continue. Not only pirates eat devil fruits, Marines do as well, and some of them, despite eating strong devil fruits, are not considered anything special. A prime example of that is Shu that eats the Sabi Sabi, no meat that allows its user to rust anything it touches. A cool fact about this ability is that in the manga, this ability works only on metal, basically blocking any sword or other metal weapons before they land and harm the user. While the anime, this rust ability works on humans as well. By that logic, if that devil fruit was awakened, it could be insanely overpowered, just like a Shigaraki from My Hero Academia. This ability is crazy. Was Shu the only case of a Marine in our list? Not quite, because our next mention is the Marine named Very Good that ate the Berry Berry no Mi, a devil fruit, allowing him to divide himself into several spears of varying sizes. This makes the user immune to blunt attacks like punches, similar to how the Bara Bara no Mi makes its user immune to cutting attacks plus being split into so many pieces. Its user immune to cutting attacks, even like that Very Good, is not considered anything special. Next on our list, we have Bluno that ate the Doa Doa no. This devil fruit allows its user to create a door on almost any solid surface so that they can either enter through and escape, battle when needed, and sneak anywhere they want without being detected, or even basically remove the ground below the feet of their opponent. However, once again, Bluno was defeated by the weakest version of Second Gear, Luffy, on his first ever use of the ability, holding on to a devil fruit user that most fans forgot even exists, Caribou. You see, Caribou ate the Numa Numa no Mi Alagi, a devil fruit, granting the ability to create bottomless swamps which are impossible to escape from. If someone is caught by the swamp created by Caribou, they will sink more if they struggle. The swamp also serves as a storage space, allowing Caribou to store an infinite amount of whatever he's captured inside his body. Once again, despite having such a strong devil fruit, Caribou is not even comparable to the big names in One Piece. Well, if you didn't forget about Caribou Mitch, you forgot about the next character. Read our list. Buffalo. You see, Buffalo ate the Guru no Mi, a devil fruit, giving the power to transform any part of the user's body or piece of worn clothing into propellers capable of rotation at high speed. Even though this might sound as nothing much during pre-time skip, this was one of the very few devil fruits that could actually fly. But even like that, Buffalo was basically fodder material. But speaking about devil fruits that allow flight, how about one of the 5 devil fruits that allow its user to fly? But as One Piece moved on, we saw that way more than 5 devil fruits can fly. This is none other than the Tore Tore no Mi model falcon that was eaten by Pell. Given that in early chapters the ability to fly was considered incredibly overpowered, Pell's strength was surely something less than impressive. Since we previously mentioned Buffalo, how about his partner? You see, Baby 5 ate the Buggy no Mi. That allowed her to turn any part of her body into any weapon she wants. Well, Even though again this is not the strongest, Devil Fruit was surely utilized very poorly by Baby 5. Next we have Vanderdecken and his Devil Fruit, the Moto no Mi. Imagine having the ability to throw any object you wanted your opponent from as far as you want. And even like that, you still manage to be one of the same. This ability in the hands of a smart user could definitely cause huge problems. But since we mentioned smart users, well, our next case combines both intelligence and stupidity. In one person, you see Kaiser Clown ate the Gasu no Mi that allows him to produce any guess he wants. And by being a scientist, Kaiser Clown manages to produce all kinds of substances. But even like that, the potential of this Devil Fruit is way higher than what Kaiser Clown displayed. You see, by combining the proper gases, some of them could even be both odorless and invisible. Kaiser Clown could create insane explosions out of nowhere, poison his opponents, and pretty much do anything he wants. But once again, we have a case of failed potential here. Since we mentioned explosions, well, Mr. 5's Bamo no Mi could surely be put into better use. The guy is literally immune to his own explosions, meaning that whenever someone tried to touch him, he could just create an explosion. This way, he has an insane advantage in hand-to-hand combat, while also being able to fight through distance by throwing small parts of his body like nails or hair and then making them explode. A character, however, that with a proper use of his Devil Fruit could be even more overpowered in hand-to-hand combat is none other than Valentine that consumed the Kike no Meat. This Devil Fruit allows her to change the weight of herself all the way up to 10,000 kilograms. Imagine getting punched by someone weighing 10,000 kilos. Or worse than that, trying to punch someone with that weight? Combine this Devil Fruit with Arbor Mine Hockey, and this user is literally almost impossible to defeat in hand-to-hand combat. A very similar Devil Fruit to KK no Mi is the Tan no Mi that was eaten by Machvice. Similar to KK no Mi, this fruit allows the user to increase their body weight by incredible amounts, measured in metric tons. But once again, for similar reasons, Machvice did not do this Devil Fruit justice. A character that was also introduced relatively early in the series that did not do her Devil Fruit justice is Zala that ate the Tuge no Mi. Even though we will admit that this Devil Fruit is not the strongest, it is surely way stronger than what Zala made it seem. This Devil Fruit allows the user to create spikes out of any area on their body, which once again would be pretty difficult to fight against in a hand-to-hand fight, and even like that she was defeated by Nami. Moving on, we have Bellamy that ate the Bane no Mi that allows the user to move so fast that the opponent cannot even see him. Sometimes by turning their legs into springs, the user can launch themselves at high speeds and make all kinds of unpredictable moves. Even though Bellamy was considered strong among some people, the ones who saw him like that were all weaklings. In reality, a single punch from Luffy was all it took to take him out onto one of the fan favorites, Senior Pink. You see, Senior Pink ate the Sui no Meat. This Devil Fruit allows its user to swim in solid matter such as ground and walls as if they were water, the latter even allowing the user to swim upwards, seemingly defying gravity. The fruit also allows the user to move discreetly, as they will be mostly covered by the ground, allowing them to infiltrate places more easily. This enables the user to sneak up behind their opponent while in combat, allowing them to attack the opponent from behind. So not only is this Devil Fruit ideal for stealth, it's also ideal for taking cover whenever and wherever the user is.